everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Medicolas. Today we will be talking about some severe issues that I think that's going on with ARCRAIDERS. I think that there are a couple of issues that are just plaguing the game. I'm not saying that I'm gonna abandon the game or anything like that, but it just makes the game more annoying than it has to be. But before I get into the video, I'd like to just say this is my brand new YouTube channel. I started it maybe like 2 years ago and didn't really take it serious. But now, entering 2026, I want to take things a little bit more serious and voice my opinion on things and how I see the state of games and all that fun stuff. So if you guys don't mind, give a like to the video, share, and subscribe and comment, and that really helps me grow as a content creator, and I would really appreciate it. Alright guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this. First topic that I'd like to talk about is more things to do at the end of the game, or when you reach max level or something like that. Rewards or things that you should be doing other than just mindlessly just PvEing people, which is fun and all that, but I feel like there needs to be more things. Like I did the first expedition and all I got for that was the patchwork skin, a couple of extra things, you know, the skill points and all that, the scrappy XP and plus bonus shit that you know, Embark gave you, but I don't really feel like it was kind of worth it. I'm kind of still iffy, you know? I'm already basically back to all my skill tree points that I needed. I already have all my workbenches level 3. By the way, I have 250 plus hours in this game, so I have a decent amount of time in the game that have to formulate a solid opinion on how I view things. So I really don't think it's really a win-win. I mean, it kind of is, but you know, me, I'm kind of a cosmetics guy. I like to see the skins and, you know, flex that I had made at a certain point in the game. Like at the level 75 skins pretty, they should give more variants or something like that. It just feels a little bit stale. You hit level 75, you do the expedition, and what's the reward for the expedition? You get a fucking skin that looks like a homeless fentanyl addict that lives on the streets in fucking Kensington Avenue in fucking Philly. Well, like, what are we talking here? That doesn't even look good compared to the level 75 skin. That stuff looks a little bit cooler. But the patchwork looks like a ragtag bum on the side of the fucking street that you see any fucking day of the week at any given moment. Because if you put in any slight of time or a decent amount of time into the game, you'll quickly level up if you just loot, search dead bodies, kill Arc a lot. You'll definitely rank up pretty freaking fast. And once you get to level 75, that's it, you know? Why not continue the levels? It could be level 100, it could be level fucking 150, whatever the cap wants to be. But I feel like 75 is a weird number to end it on. There's a lot of more potential to grind than, you know, I do like grinding in the game where I have to go get the parts I need to build up my base and all that fun stuff. I love that, don't get me wrong. I played DayZ, I played Dark and Darker, I've played a bunch of survival games that require that task. You know, where you have your guns in the background, that's cool, but why can't you just walk around or something like that, or change the angle of the camera like in Tarkov. Next point is going to be talking about the trigger nade epidemic meta that is going on right now. Every single fucking fight that I take, any fight, is just welcomed with 50 fucking goddamn trigger grenades. It's horrible. Why the fuck do I want to even take a fucking kit in the game if I'm just gonna get fucking blasted with 1,000 fucking trigger grenades? Is not fucking fun at all. You do a good PvP, you have good gun battles, you have gun fights, you're fucking getting bum rushed by 50 fucking teams, and you're finished trying to heal, and here comes and it's just fucking trigger nades to your fucking face, and you're just dead, and you just, like, it's overpowered. They need to nerf it or some shit. I have a proposal. Maybe make them harder to craft, because they're way too fucking easy to bring into raid and craft. You could craft them so easily. All you need is just one processor and fucking crude explosives. And you get crude explosives from fucking your refiner, and processors are easy to find, or you just buy them off fucking Celeste for fucking seeds. So what are we talking about? Or you can also also nerf them by maybe limiting how many you could bring into raid. I've seen clips where people are bringing almost like their whole inventory worth of fucking trigger nades, or half their inventory worth of trigger nades. How are you supposed to freaking survive that when the blast radius is huge, by the way? Third point will be the cheaters and the exploiters. Cheaters and the exploiters, what I mean by that is exploits by hiding in the walls, glitching inside the ceiling. The amount of times I've gotten killed in Stella Montis lobby where they're camping inside the ceiling, it's ridiculous. It's frustrating. And I have brought in kits in those times, and people always say like, well, everybody usually brings free kits into Stella Montis, but that's, you know, like, I've seen people bring in kits, and like, I do bring in kits and I die. It's stupid shit like that where someone's hiding in the fucking roof. It's very frustrating. But I know that's in any game, you know, you have to work out the kinks and shit like that. It's just like also the macros, I really don't know. I have a hard time telling it here in the community that the macro usage is at all-time high or just being abused, and you know, that should be nerfed as well. Like, that should be investigated into and cracked down, or where something, a workaround, because they just did the NVIDIA shaders where you could no longer have X-ray vision at night, which is good because that's a huge upper advantage that some people might not have because they can't afford certain GPUs or whatever the case might be, or they're running a console and they can't have those type of options. It's a mixed bag of things. Also, my fourth point that I want to bring up is the amount of free kit spamming that is happening. If you boot up and go into Stella Montis is one of my favorite maps, but I do play all the maps. But Stella Montis is the map that I do play the most. But if you boot up to Stella Montis, 90% of the people that you run into is free kits. And some guys that have the balls enough to fucking bring a kit in, go in and bring a kit. And it's just like, you guys are encouraging people to have gear fear by just allowing people to just non-stop just run the fucking free kits to the ground until they get bored and then hop off the game or whatever. That's not the core principle of this game. The core principle of this game is to gather gear, fix up your workbenches, become wealthy, become more powerful all along, like every other extraction shooter that we have on the market. But this one's different because they have the wipe is different. So it's just, there's a lot of different, it gets convoluted when you get to the core unique quirks of ARCRAIDERS. But for example, you know, there's a mandatory wipe on Tarkov. You wipe, everybody wipes, so everybody has to be on the same page. But in this game, in ARCRAIDERS, you choose to wipe or not, and you choose to have those benefits if you do wipe, like the extra stash size, the stuff that I was talking about, like the scrappy buffs and all that shit, and the fucking shitty ass skin, the bump patchwork. That's what you get. But anyways, in this game, you could choose to wipe or not, but in the long run, you have an advantage because you have more things you could get, level up faster, you have more buffs, and you have more storage at the end than the normal player that doesn't choose to wipe. So you just have people that just collect a bunch of fucking gear and don't ever bring it out into raid like pussies, and don't want to let their nuts hang and like let them loose. They don't want to fucking be men. They don't want to be men and fucking battle it out. So it's just like, what's the point of the game? What is the point of the game when that is the core meta? Is to run free kits. You guys should there should be a cooldown, and just like in Tarkov, maybe like 30 minutes where you can't use your free kit. So you have to be forced to use your gear that you have in your inventory to get over that gear fear. But just to recap over the points that I've touched on, more rewards in the end game for when you hit the max level, maybe extend the levels. Cosmetics need to hit a little bit better, add more quests. Trigger grenades is a huge thing that needs to be addressed. The cheaters and the exploits with the kettle macros, glitching through the walls, killing you through the ceiling needs to be addressed as well. And finally, the free kit loadout spam needs to be addressed. Yes, I hope Embark listens. You guys made it this far in the video. I appreciate you guys watching all the way. If you guys enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think on my opinions, because I'm always open to open discourse. So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you.